Hello friends, it's Natasha. Thanks for joining me for a dumbbell hit. It's Tabata style, 30 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. Grab a couple pairs of dumbbells so you can challenge yourself with this one. Let's do a quick warm up. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up. Cactus the elbows, back bend. And then exhale, halfway fold. Send the arms back, crown of the head forward, scoop in through the belly. Then sit your hips back into a deep chair squat, paying attention to your hips, knees, and ankles. Halfway fold coming out the way you went in, and then all the way back up to the top. Again, cactus back bend, heart to sky, engaged glutes. Lift and halfway fold, long neck and spine. Sit into your chair pose, swing your arms forward and your tailbone back and down. You can widen your feet here and take malasana with some thoracic twists, lifting one elbow at a time into a little upper body rotation. Walk yourself into downward facing dog and pedal into your feet. Strong shoulders, long hamstrings. Widen your stance and start to sway your hips from side to side, bringing your heels with you. And we'll take a couple spinal waves from here. Round the spine forward. Swing the hips through, upward facing dog on toes. Tuck the chin, round the spine back, downward facing dog. Again, round cat back forward, use the core, then sweep the hips through, push the shoulders down. Exploring that front body opening, then exhale yourself to downward facing dog. Lower onto the knees, moving through some cat-cow or whatever feels good for you. Could be sideways barrel circles. Take a moment to prep the wrists and the toes. Tuck the toes under and then just move the hands in different directions. Take this time to do what feels good for you, whether it's extra attention in the wrists, maybe the shoulders, swing them out, make some circles. We'll take a couple more stretches and then we'll do a more dynamic warm-up before we start. Side lateral stretches, reach up and over a few times here, follow the breath. Then lift up to kneeling and bind the hands behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Step one foot forward, low lunge with chest expansion. When you're ready, back up, pull the knees together and switch sides. Stepping into that lunge with the shoulder stretch, chest expansion. Drop in, feel it out, take a breath there. And then we'll lift up to standing for some dynamic movement. Toy soldiers, opposite toe tap up high, rotation on the trunk, long limbs. Then take it down, windmill, cross tap, reach across to the opposite toe or maybe even beyond. Use the core and the breath. Fold down into a wide leg fold. Bend and straighten the knees, shake the head out. Any last movements you need before we get started, you can always hit pause. Otherwise, grab a single heavy dumbbell for the first two. We are doing a swing back bicep curl to a knee, opposite leg lunges back. Right hand has the weight. Left leg lunges, go. So lunge back, swing back, and then knee up, curl up. Little bicep curl, bringing the weight to your shoulder. It's the same move for 30 seconds, so you'll definitely have time to get to know it. If you feel unstable, you might have a wall for your hand to just kind of tap it if you feel like you're getting thrown off balance. Otherwise, just keep breathing and fighting. Hopefully you have a weight that feels challenging. Break, switch sides. Now take your left hand holding the weight. Your right foot is going to swing back into the lunge and go. Lunge curl. Pull that knee in and bend the elbow at the same time. Having a little pause at the top where you're engaging the core, the shoulder, hip flexor. Breathe and keep it up. Great work. Grab both dumbbells, 2 heavy dumbbells, rack them at your shoulders, lateral lunge, push press. Here we go. Take it to the side and then draw it up. So this one we're gonna try to not use momentum on the push press. You're really just using your strength. Side lunge, shoulder press. Other side, alternating sides, and exhaling as you drive the weights over the shoulder. Don't have to race through this one, especially if you have heavy weights. I'm using my 15s here for reference. Break. Set the weights down, no equipment. Come into plank position, 2 little plank side squats, push up, Superman locust. Go. Plank, side squat. Dip your hips back by your heel. Pick up a hand. Now drop to the belly and fly. Come back and reset. Side hip dip, little squat each way. Push up, locust, fly, Superman. Bring your hands back by the chest to press back up. Stay really strong on your push up if you can in one solid line going down and up, or just come through the knees. Great job. Quickly come into a kneeling position. Grab your heavy dumbbell in your left hand, bend your right knee, step on your left foot and rack the weight. Lean into your lunge, stretch, and then push press. Do it again. Lean elbow to knee, push press, little change, leaning lunge, side windmill, push press in, drop in. Again, lean, lunge, push press, windmill. Now one of each. Leaning lunge, push press, dip into that lunge, side dip, windmill. On the knee, send the knee over the toes. Break. Keep that heavy dumbbell, lay on your back. We'll do the other round after this. Supine leg drops, 1, 1, 2. Arms up, legs up, go. Drop one leg, drop the other leg, then arms and legs pull apart and pull together again. Simple 1, 1, 2 with the arms going over the head and up to the sky. You don't have to work my pace, just do what works for you and listen to your body. You want to push, but pay attention to form. Ground into that low back. Exhale, charge up. And break. Come on up to that kneeling position so you can do the other side. This time your left knee bends, you step on your right. Take the weight in your right hand. Go. Drop into that side lunge. Push press. 2 for the start, just to get it down. Dipping lunge and windmill. Touch the ground. Push press. Windmill, lunge, windmill. One of each. Dipping lunge. Charge it up. Dipping lunge with side bend, windmill. Look up. Stack your shoulders. Sneaky core, you got this. Break. Last exercise, we have a burpee with a sumo or very low malasana bicep curl. Here you go, jump back, jump in, and then bicep curl. Pick up the weight and curl it in. If your ankles allow you to get really low, you can be in that low squat, or maybe it looks a little higher for you. Just push, this is your last one. Give it all you got. Awesome job. Take rest. You have 1 minute to do whatever you need to do. Drink water, towel off, stretch, maybe keep some cardio, but ideally you are pushing so hard during the Tabata that you need this break. On the next round, make some decisions about what felt too easy, what maybe you could go heavier on, or maybe you need to back off. So decide if you have different sizing of weights, if you want to use that now that you know what each drill is. Same thing, round 2. One more time. We start with that lunge knee, swinging lunge. Take a few moments to stretch though. All right, you're gonna think about picking up that heavy dumbbell. There's the timer. Again, I'm using a 15 just for reference. Right hand has the dumbbell, swing left leg back and curl. You are on the clock. Nice deep lunge if you can. Try not to let the weight take you down. A lot of sneaky core. I'm going to do minimal cueing on this second round. I'll just tell you the drill and you take it on your own pace and level. And break. 10 seconds, switch sides. This time your left hand takes the weight and your right foot steps back for the lunge. Go. They both swing back and they both curl in. Ten seconds to grab both dumbbells. Rack them at your shoulders, widen your stance. We have side lunge, push press. Set up, go. Lateral lunge, shoulder press. Ten seconds, put your weights aside, plank, little side dipping squats, push up, locust, Superman, and come back. Go. Side to side plank squat, to the ground, fly, back up. And break. Quick transition, grab your heavy weight, put your right knee down, step on your left foot. You'll grab the weight in your left hand. Rack it and go. Side lunge, push press, now side lunge, windmill, one of each. Let's go. Follow your mobility. So bend, maybe the knee goes over the toes. And then use that strength to pull it right back. Great work. Come onto your back, one or maybe two weights. We have one leg drop, other leg drop, both. Crunch it up and go. Drop single, single, double with the arms over the head, lat pull down. Shoulder blades off the mat if you can. And then again, think of maximum mobility and strength. So lifting and stretching into that L like a split. Come up for the other side of the kneeling, push press, and windmill. So right hand has the weight, right foot steps out, rack. Quick transition, leaning lunge, push press, leaning lunge, windmill, side dip. You got it. Ten seconds. This is your final round. Give it all you got. You have that burpee, bicep curl. I'm going for two weights this time. I'm gonna challenge myself. You're on the clock. Jump back to plank, jump in, low yogi squat, bicep curl. Keep fighting. 5 seconds to go. Give it all you got. Beautiful. Take your full minute of rest. We'll come back with 8 new exercises that will repeat for 2 more rounds.
What if a mouse could change the world? What if it could be a huge party? My friend knew.
Here now is where 100 years of Disney dreams come to life at the Disneyland Resort.
Go ahead and think about coming onto your mat and laying down on your back. Pick up either 2 lighter weights or a single heavy dumbbell. And we're doing sit-ups for the first one. You're just gonna curl up, press the shoulders overhead, and come back. Simple drill, really effective on those abs. Here we go, 2, 1. Tuck the chin, round up, push, roll down. Articulating on and off the vertebrae. Find a nice pace and charge the weight up. It'll act like a counterbalance, so in some ways it makes it easier, but then of course you have to use that shoulder strength. Great job. Stay here. Put the weight on your hips. We have 4 bridge thrusts, 4 reverse table thrusts. Here you go. We're going to lift, squeeze the butt 4 times up and down. Then sit up and press onto your hands and try to lift the hips, bend the elbows, thrust the hips without moving the weight too much. Balance it there. Go back and forth, 4 bridges, followed by your 4 reverse table thrusts. Be stable. Try to do this really efficiently so the weight doesn't roll or fall. Break. Come onto your feet quickly. You can grab 2 weights here, or if you have 1 heavy one, that's fine. Side lunge, curtsy lunge. We're going to the right. Go side lunge and then curtsy. Keep going lateral and then cross back. You can hinge at the hips and maybe even touch the weight to the ground on each move. The second round, I ended up using 2 weights just to challenge myself, so maybe you'll do that same thing. Great job. Same thing, other side, just walk over to the right, pick up the weight in your right hand, side lunge, curtsy lunge. Go. Simple move. Focus on getting that form, finding a nice pace, engaging the legs and the core. And 10 seconds rest. 1 weight on this one. We're gonna pass it back and forth into a snatch lunge. So you're gonna squat, snatch, and lunge, alternating sides. Snatch, lunge, squat, switch hands. That's all it is. Keep going back and forth. Sit deep in your chair to switch hands. You can set the weight all the way to the ground, or you can try to just hand it off without dropping it. Great job. Quick transition, no weight, set it down. Kneeling, falling, knees, chest, chin, side plank each side. Here you go. You're gonna catch yourself in a push-up. Send your left hand out, step your right foot out, and then knee to elbow. One falling push-up, right hand down, step out, elbow, knee, side plank. Get that sequence. It's a falling push-up and a side plank, elbow, knee tap. Awesome job. Come on up, grab your heavy dumbbell, just one. We're gonna take a lunge to one side and then rotate the other way for the push press. Right hand has the dumbbell, left foot lunges, go. Lunge down, spin and push press. Other way, rotational lunge, rotational push press. Focus on dropping your palm in and then forward. So we have that external rotation on the shoulder as you push press. Keep fighting, breathe, couple seconds, and rest. Same thing on the other side. Just pick up the weight with the other hand, lunge, and then rotational push press. Here you go. Lunge towards your right foot, left hand down, and drive it up as you turn. Get the sequence, use your core. Remember, you're rotating your shoulder to internal rotation on the lunge, external rotation on the push press, drive, and punch. This is your last exercise. Give it all you got. And 1 full minute of rest. Now you know what's coming up for our final round. Same 8 drills. Make decisions on what weight size you want to go. If something felt easy, maybe step it up with 2 dumbbells or heavier dumbbells if you have them. Take this time to stretch, walk around, breathe. All right, think about grabbing your single dumbbell for your abdominal curl up. Maybe you use 2 if you have lighter dumbbells. We're going for that ab roll curl up, exercise 1 coming up. You'll see the timer. There it is. Arms start over the shoulders. And 3, 2, 1, go. Curl and lift. Little less cueing on this round. You know what to do. Rest. Exercise 2 for glute bridges, for reverse tabletop thrusts. Set the weight on your hips and let's go. On 4, find a pace that works for you. Remember, when you sit up, bring your hands either forward or sideways and bend the elbows and thrust the hips. Stabilize the pelvis so the weight doesn't roll. Back and forth. You got this. Ten seconds to quickly grab your dumbbells, maybe 2 this time for your lateral lunge to curtsy. Starting on one side of your mat, here you go, lateral lunge, curtsy. Awesome job. Same thing on the other side. Maybe you want to set those weights down for a moment if they're really heavy, and then quickly grab them. You're going right back in. Side lunge, curtsy lunge, you're on. Quick break, 1 dumbbell for this next one. We have that squat, snatch, lunge, alternating sides. Go. Snatch and lunge, same side, 1 hand, 1 arm. Squat and switch sides. So the hand that snatches is the same leg that steps back. You got it. Perfect. Quick transition, no weights, come down to your knees, body weight, push up, falling push up, side lunge, knee to elbow tap. And go. Falling push up, step out to the side, elbow, knee, top elbow, bottom knee, keep going side to side. You can make the push up easier by hinging first, less of a 45-degree, or really going for the fall. Catch. Side plank, tap. You did it. Grab your heavy dumbbell and come onto your feet. We have our final 2 exercises, turning lunge, rotational push press, and go. Lunge, open up, turn your palm forward, and punch up. Use the breath. Exhale as you charge. Find your balance with your core and really go for it. This is it. One side and then the other. Ten seconds to switch sides. Take a breather and go out with a bang. Give it all you got. Pick it up, other hand, other way lunging, turning push press. You got it. You made it. Take a much needed couple of deep breaths and meet me on your mat for some Russian twists. We're gonna do 3 more exercises before we stretch. You're gonna pick up your heavy dumbbell again and do 20 Russian twists side to side. First, take a moment. You probably need it right now. And then go ahead and pick that weight up. Go side to side, bringing the weight from hip to hip, trying to bring your knees in opposition. You're counting to 20. If this is too challenging, put the feet down. Great work. Moving into 10 commandos, or I call them elevators, but we're going to come into the forearms, tuck the tailbone, and then walk up, up, down, down, alternating arms and counting to 10. 10 full reps, up, up, down, down. Meet me in forearm plank for 1 big breath here. Then sweep the hips to Sphinx, pull the heart through. Take a breath. We have 1 more fun exercise. We're gonna flip over onto our back. do an abdominal roll. And you have options. It's only 5. You're either going to roll, jump back to plank, or you're going to roll into some kind of handstand. Even if you can't hold the handstand, we're just jumping on the hands, either tucking the knees in or trying to touch those toes to the sky. When you're ready, you'll count to 5 big full ones. Give it all effort. Roll, jump, tuck. And you can play around with holding a moment at the back of the roll and then maybe trying to kick or shoot those legs up over the hips. Push the earth away, strong shoulders. I think rolling into these is super fun. Helps you get a little bit more momentum than just from the ground. Beautiful job. We're going to stretch. Come into child's pose. Breathe into the back body. Step your left foot out and then lift the elbow up and down, these little thoracic twists. See if you can stack your elbow and your shoulders and then rotate down, possibly down onto the forearms. We're going to straighten the front knee for a hamstring stretch. And then step back for the other side. Right foot steps out, right hand behind head. Rotate upward and down. And rotate up, stack your elbow, and then lift, stack your shoulders. And release it down. See if you can come onto the forearms possibly. Then we'll straighten out through the front foot, flex the toes for the hamstring stretch. You can always linger in these poses longer, of course. We are coming to the end, so these are just stretches that feel good for you. Step forward into Malasana and then roll it onto your back. You can meet me here on your back with your knees tucked. We're going to hug the right knee into the chest. Big breath in, left hip pressing down. Spin that right knee to the left and you might make a little shelf for it. Try to keep your right shoulder pressing into the mat. Maybe turn your gaze to the right and then just explore the twist. Now maybe bending both knees and stacking your knees and hips. Big breath into the ribs and sigh, exhale. Bring yourself back and take your left knee into the chest. A little bit of bicep strength, right hip pressing down, right heel pressing down. Then we'll add that twist to the right. Drop your left shoulder down, gaze to the left. You can create that little shelf with your right hand. And just explore the breath, subtle wiggles and movements. Possibly now bending both knees in towards each other, stacking your knees and hips. Hanging out, maybe little movements, big breath in. Full, complete exhale out. Draw the knees back in. Happy baby. Reach for the tops of your feet. Pull those knees into the armpits. Maybe turn it into a straddle. Happy baby. Straddle. And rock yourself on up. Taking this turtle shell position where you give yourself a big hug and you take a breath into your back body. Any movements that feel good for you, take them. Maybe some head circles, shoulder rolls, all that yummy stuff. I just want to thank you for taking class with me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got really sweaty and had an awesome workout. Please let me know how it went. I always love to hear from you. Drop a comment, a like, maybe a share, and I'll see you next time.